Hi, Coach Shawn here. If you follow me on my other socials, you know I talk a lot about letting go and moving on. Today, I want to go in depth on what that looks like and tell you some things you can do to help to move on. First, moving on requires a willingness to do so. It means that someone wants to actively make changes in their life. They are sick and tired of being sick and tired. They are tired of the endless merry-go-round, the dizziness, brain fog, and feeling like they always have a pit in their stomach. And that is exactly how most people felt when they were with the alienating parent. And now it has probably transferred over to the alienated children. Why is that? Because the children watched the control dynamic in the marriage. They watched who came out the winner and who came out a broken mess. And they decided they would choose the winner. Now, not all children do that. I have many clients with multiple children, and some stand on truth, not control, and power dynamics. They saw the alienating parent for who they are and chose to protect the alienated parent. Those wise children do not side with the alienating parent or grandparents or siblings. They are strong enough to stand on their own. They are rare souls. But those children, unlike the alienated children, were not fooled. The alienated children looked at the calm parent, controlling parent, and felt as if they were the ones that they needed to side with. They decided to choose comfort over doing what was right. In time, many of those children become exactly like their alienating parent. They adopt a lack of empathy and emotion as armor and believe that is strength. They see all relationships as power dynamics and people as objects to control. They either end up marrying a high control partner or they become the controlling partner themselves. The children see the dynamic repeated and often grow up to alienate one or both parents because they also learn that that is how relationships are managed, and hence the cycle continues. So the question remains, does the parent who moves on break the cycle? While I do not know how it affects the children, I do know that you made a choice to either walk away or they walked away from you. But either way, it's a release from toxic dysfunction caused by your alienating ex. That is within your control. They are not. They, like your adult children, have to make their own choices in life. So how do you start the process of moving on? How do you stop feeding the pain? I want you to try to move into acceptance. That means accepting the life you thought you were going to have is not the life you have been given. The more you fight it, the more unhappy you will be. Acceptance of a situation does not mean we have to be okay with it. It means that we realize it is beyond our control and look to the things we do have control over. Everyone's situation is different with regard to how much flexibility they have in their lives. But I'm going to give you suggestions on ways to change your situation. One is move. If you can move, this is one of the biggest ways to change the pattern you've been stuck in. Think about where you'd like to live. Is it the mountains, the beach, maybe even another country? Start making plans. This moves your mindset to the here and now, into a forward momentum. If moving is not possible, make your space safe. Take down old photos. Take down old memories. Make your space feel warm and safe. Find ways to spend your extra time. I know this is easier said than done, but try. Read. Listen to music that lifts you up. Go for a walk. If you're a gym person, join a gym. If you can take a vacation, even a short weekend getaway, go and change your environment. Just get out of the house. Sit in the sunlight. Get a cat, get a dog. Make a meal you really like. Spend time nurturing yourself, whatever that means for you. That might even bring about a smile. You might have to think long and hard about what really makes you happy, because you have been weighed down so long in grief or possibly court that the thought of anything bringing a smile to your face seems foreign to you. But try. I can think of nothing more sad than the family you created, the home you made, the love you gave being dismantled piece by piece by the alienating parent. But that is where we all are, and we have two choices. We can allow that to stunt our growth, age our bodies, and dim our souls, or we can say, okay, this hurts like hell, but it is what it is, and I'm going to have some sort of a life of peace and happiness. That choice is up to us. We always have a choice. My wish for you is that you make the choice to let go of the past as much as you can. Let go of the resentment. Let go of the resentment that things didn't turn out the way you thought they would. Let go of anger, grief. Choose instead to look to the blessings. And yes, there is a blessing even in this. You learned a lot about people, especially the ones that promise to love, honor, and cherish you, and even the thought that your own children would always be there for you. It is not a lesson any of us wanted to learn, but it teaches us to value ourselves and trust in God. And I believe that to be the most valuable lesson life can teach us. If you'd like my coaching on your particular situation, the best way to move forward in your situation, or just figuring out what is next, you can book a one-on-one private session with me by accessing my link in my bio. Take care.